Bienvenue à Cooking with Jan. Encore. As my introduction suggests, we're doing another French classic. Last time we did quiche Lorraine. This time we're doing steak au poivre, which is a filet steak in a peppercorn sauce. And with that, we're going to serve a gratin from potatoes and smother that with grana padano, which is from Italy, which is a kind of a Parmesan cheese, and you can use Parmesan as well. So I guess I should not only say Vive la France for all the wonderful cooking, also Viva l'Italia! First thing you do is take your peppercorns. I've got about 7 grams. It's a handful for 2 people. And I've got them in a bag because I want to smash them. But I don't want to grind them too much, just coarsely. So you can actually take a pot, works very well. An alternative would be to use a mortar and smash them like this. But I don't find this very precise because you get a lot of finely ground peppercorns. That's going to be our crust. Now you might ask, well, why didn't you just do this on your wooden cutting board? Well, because your peppercorns will go everywhere. And that's the reason why you put them in a plastic bag. And we have our filets. Now, these filets were taken out of the refrigerator 40 minutes ago. They're kind of at room temperature. So at least 30 minutes, take your steaks out of your refrigerator before you sear them in the pan. Take some salt. Okay, we've salted both sides. So now we take our side for our peppercorn crust. Yes. Beautiful. Let me see what the temperature is on here. 180, 190. We're almost there for our pan. You want to make sure that your pan, whatever pan you decide to use, is very, very hot to sear your meat. So that's, and the first thing you do is you don't put the side down with the peppercorns, with the salt. So like so. Just like so. And we're only going to sear them for about 1 minute on each side. Obviously, before I put in my steaks, I had put in some oil. So any neutral oil that you use. If you look here, see that's a nice, you're getting a nice sear on this small one here. This one too. About, I'll give it 10 seconds. To turn it over and sear the other side, the peppercorns. And we're going to put in some butter, which takes down the temperature, like so. And then this is always a very important step when you're searing. It's a nice little step. You douse them with the sauce. Okay, we've had about a sear of about a minute or so on the other side with the peppercorns. Don't forget to just briefly here on the side if you can finagle that, and then this one too on the here on the side. And then in they go. Take this one out. Yes. I want to get both to about 56 because then it'll be medium. And that's why they're going to go in the oven. You can finish it in the pan. It's just that you want to avoid having a gray layer on the bottom. You want to really have a nice crust, which we have here, as you can see. And then at the same time, we have a nice pink interior. So that's the idea. So they're going to go in the oven now. 140 degrees I've got it on, not very hot. And at least 5 minutes for this guy here on the left, and the other guy is probably going to go about 10 minutes. So we'll check back after the first 5 minutes. Put them in the oven. Okay, as you can see, we have peppercorn burnt grilled in our pan, which we're going to use for our sauce. Now, the recipe actually calls you for adding in fresh green peppercorns as well. But for me and for Anke, that would be too dominant. So this is what we're going to just go for. So they're fine. We have a nice base. We have also some of the beef juice in there. So the first thing that goes in are our onions. This is just one small red onion. You can also use 2 shallots. You want to salt those onions just a little bit. Being careful with salt, just a little bit, just a pinch or 2. Now, the next step, after you've got some color on them, you add your beef broth. I've got too much beef broth here. There's about 500 milliliters. You need about 250, I would say. It's about half of this. Put that in there. In fact, yeah, maybe that's all you need. It's about 200, I would say. And obviously, if you do your own beef broth, terrific, then you're a real master. But I have to use a mix. Okay, that's your beef broth. Now, this is going to reduce just for about a few minutes or 2, and then we're going to add in our cream, and that's going to reduce for up to 10 minutes. One step that you can do is you can put in some alcohol. So you put in a little bit of cognac. And in fact, if you want to impress your friends and you've got a gas oven at home, you'll get flames to go up. It's quite amazing, but we're not going to do that because we have an electric oven and it's probably a little bit unsafe. I'm so clumsy. 100 milliliters of heavy cream goes in there. That's going to reduce for 10 minutes. Anka, my camera woman, had a great idea. We're going to put in a little bit of port wine added to our sauce. Put up the heat a little bit. Let's do a few splashes here. Yeah, that should be fine. See if Anka's very good idea. Thanks. Okay, we're going to take our steaks out. Both of them have been in for 15 minutes. And I actually had to increase the power a bit to about 160 degrees. 140 was too weak. But now they should be finished. Look at those beauties. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to let them rest. We go in our sauce, like so. Give them about a few minutes to rest because the juices have to go back into the meat. They come out and they have to go back. I'm just going to cut. This serves obviously up to about 6 people, easy. Have a look at Anka's first. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's what we want. Perfect. Arrange your sauce as such. Steak au poivre with gratin de pomme and grana padano. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up on my channel. We are almost at 130 subscribers. Thank you so much for the support. And until we meet again, as Jacques Pepin says, happy cooking. There's not very much steak. Look at that. Beautiful. See that? Put some sauce in there.